This is Ironclad, a campaign mission created in Halo Infinite's Forge by NXPTN and SJ Leeming. Overall, it's a lengthy, challenging, fun experience that does some really unique things, and almost feels like something ripped straight out of a Halo campaign. The mission begins with you being deployed to face off against some banished troops, which are currently in the process of attacking a UNSC outpost. Inside, you will find a couple of Marines, but if you want the chance to save them, you better act quick. After you face off the initial wave, there will be more forces on their way. You do have a brief moment to catch your breath and find some loot around the room, like a cinder shot, a hydra launcher, or even access to things like an impact commando, which can all be very useful for taking out the hordes of enemies that you'll be facing. After that, you're greeted with an objective marker, which takes you up to where a Marine sniper has been taken down. This then initiates even more banished troops to be deployed upon your location, dropping down in phantoms. This wave is mostly things like jackals and grunts, so it's relatively easy to deal with, and once you've dealt with them, you're then greeted with a point that you now need to capture. Over here you can find a bandit evo, and even a convergence bulldog, which are pretty handy for dealing with the brute berserkers that'll be charging your way. Once the point's been captured, you can make your way into the caves. On the outside, you will be greeted with even more brutes and grunts, and on the inside, prepare for an ambush, as there is quite a few spec ops elites that are prepared to give you a very warm welcome. But as long as you keep your distance, you're probably gonna be fine. After dealing with those, there is a few hunters waiting at the end, and then you can make your way back outside the cave. There is then a generator which you need to deactivate, but unfortunately the banished aren't super happy about that one, so you will be bombarded with a couple of wraiths and a ton of troops. However, no need to worry, as there is now a Scorpion back at the UNSC outpost which you can use to swiftly take down those who oppose you. At this point, you've probably already noticed the massive banished base just up in front of your current location, and of course that is your next objective. You make your way inside, where once again you need to capture another point. But unlike the last one, this one is much more challenging. There'll be a ton of troops attacking you from every angle. There'll be brutes and grunts coming down from above. You will get charged by a chieftain, and there's a lot of others, and these will keep being redeployed until you've captured the point. And if you're not standing in the zone, you will lose progress on it. This is definitely where teamwork will probably come in handy. But upon capturing the point, you make your way deeper inside the base, dealing with a few more troops along the way, before you need to head up to the control room. Just before you head up the grav lift, you can find some pretty useful weapons like a rushdown hammer or a volatile skewer, which I'd absolutely recommend. Up at the top, you're greeted with some more forces and a scrap cannon brute, which is a fun little mini boss. And now that you've dealt with them, you can shut down the base. But things aren't over yet, as you need to prepare for evac. You make your way through a ventilation shaft and grab a bomb. The carrier is definitely going to need some cover from his teammates, as you are left pretty defenseless while carrying it. You make your way over to a large wall where you can throw the bomb to make an escape route. And luck is on your side, as there's a couple of warthogs waiting for you already. The banished obviously aren't going to let you get away with that easily though, so of course on the warthog route you are greeted with a ton of phantoms, and I just want to say this warthog segment was really fun. Your squad then makes your way over to the ship, and now you need to defend off against waves of banished while it charges its power up. After dealing with hordes of enemies, you've completed your objective and you can now get the hell out of there. And that's the Ironclad experience. This is a mission that if you plan on trying, I definitely would not do alone. It's definitely manageable, but it is pretty difficult, and to be fair, I'm sure you'll have much more fun doing it with other players anyway. If it is something you find a bit too easy though, there is also a mythic version of the mode, which provides players with limited respawns, and much more challenging enemies. The creators did an absolutely amazing job at creating this level. Not only does it look great, but it is so much fun to play on. It provides the right amount of challenge while also still being a lengthy enough level that ticks all the bells and whistles of a great campaign mission. If you haven't, I couldn't recommend this one enough, especially if you're looking for a fun campaign experience. Anyway, that's all from me today. I'll make sure to leave a link to the level in the pinned comment. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.